Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
You
Uh,
seem so depressed.
this is inside. This is inside the lot, and I am one of your hosts, Rodney. And this is.
Your other host, MK.
Am I lagging?
Nah, you're good.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on. I look kind of crispy now. Uh, this is inside the lot, guys. You can find us on Spotify and YouTube, video and audio both. And if you really need it. You really want it, beg in the comment section. Unless you're on your knees, you're not getting it. Beg in the comment section for app to put it on Apple Music. Uh, but right now it's what April 7th, and we're about to say 3 hours now removed from 3 hours removed from Michigan Wolverines winning the NCAA men's basketball national championship. March is over, man.
March Madness, it's over. It's done. They've crowned a national champion, I'm sorry, in the Michigan Wolverines. And yeah, I mean, you want to give your thoughts on the game, how you viewed it?
Uh, I would say I was a lot of it was a sloppy game, but a good game if that makes sense. Lots of like I said, there was these very aggressive jump balls. Michigan was swatting stuff off the backboard like it was easy for them.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, UConn showed a lot of grit and being able to come back in the final final few minutes after uh was it they trailed by what how many like 8 to 10 the whole game, and
Yeah,
in
pretty
that final
much.
like minute they cut it to what 4 3 3 4, not 6 7, um
Jesus Christ.
and and it cut to 3 4, and it was it was pretty entertaining. I gotta give it to him. But what did you think?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much same thing. I'm surprised Michigan was still able to pull out a win. I mean, usually we're used to, the way they've been this whole tournament is an offensive juggernaut. They started off pretty poor in scoring. I thought UConn would come back to bite them. I thought that would come back to hurt Michigan, but they ended up pulling through, getting the dub. I think a big reason part of that was because of Elliot Cadeau, Elliot Cadeau, whatever, however you say his name, point guard for Michigan, transfer from UNC. His best year in college so far. Um,
Why you
assist
say so
leader.
far?
Cause who knows? He might come for a senior year. That was only his junior year.
Okay,
But
okay.
he did win MVP of the Final Four. So, I mean, if I'm him, I'm going to the draft probably based off that year, definitely. Natty winner, MVP of the tourney. I mean, I think he probably went from what people may have thought would just be a second round pick to, I think, solidified. Don't know where, but solidified in the first round now, for sure.
What's your thoughts on a late lottery for him, like 18?
Ooh, see, the NBA is tough to grade on picks like that because of the how much overseas talent that you really don't hear about until the draft process begins. Um, but I mean, I
Fair
could
point.
see it, especially with how Walter Clayton last year, Walter Clayton Jr. boosted himself into the first round last year. He could be a Cadeau could be a late lottery pick. Maybe like 15 through 18, about that range maybe.
Uh, we're talking about him being late lottery. Who do you think is the what's your top guys right now in the draft?
Ooh, top guys in the draft. I think you
Like not
definitely.
not not just like what the extras are saying, but what you've seen.
Yeah, top picks in the draft. I mean it's pretty clear. I think you got your Arkansas, you got a cuff, you got um Kansas's Peterson, Darren Peterson. Then you've got DeBonsta at BYU. I'd probably say I think AJ DeBonsta should be number one pick. That's who I got as my number one pick. I
I
mean,
was not expecting that.
I got him as my number one pick. I think the mid range and post game translates to the league so easily early on. Kind of reminds me of Apollo. So I think he could really flourish with that mid range and post game in the league, and then he's a lengthy defender as well. So I got him as my number one pick.
That's honestly really surprising. I have him as like a second or a third because to me, Darren Peterson's just my guy. Uh, from what I've seen, he's a hooper, baller, really good at the game.
Yeah,
And I like my top two players would be Acuff, Darius Acuff, and Darren Peterson. But I don't think Darren Peterson. I don't think Acuff's going to go top two. I think he'll go three
yeah,
because I think that dynamic wing power forward big like not big but like wing power forward ish build that Tabonsta has is going to be very it's going to be very integral to him becoming a better player at the next level and
hmm
start knocking down his threes more. Um, Cam Boozer, one of the most hyped and weirdest prospects we've ever seen. Really, if you really think about it, because
yeah,
yeah, he's 6'10", he's a big, but it's like he's not such a modern big, but he's not such a an old school big that he's not draft worthy.
yeah.
So it's just like it's just they're gonna have to change his game a bit, which is interesting and it's gonna be a challenge. But I'm trying. I don't even know what team he would play on, but I don't know. I got to go with Darren Peterson. A Cup is my top as my guys. But and speaking of like this draft, what's your thoughts on older players? Since NIL changed so much and older players are being in college more than they've ever been. Let me show you this real quick. Uh,
Okay, yeah. Let's go ahead and pull that up here.
Michigan's Yaxel Lindenberg is in the same recruiting class, like college. I mean, coming out of high school, as Jonathan Kaminga, Jalen Green, Jalen Johnson,
Wow.
Evan Mobley, and Cade Cunningham. This guy is 23 years old, and this is the class of players who've been in the league for what 4 or 5 years now already.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Like,
these are guys in the NBA who have awards.
oh yeah, Evan Mobley does have an award. Did
Yes.
Jalen Johnson get most improved last year?
No, I don't think so. But I think he's really in the running for it this year. Um,
Okay,
we would have to fact check that, but yeah, I mean these are guys that are solidified in the league.
and Buddy's still here. Oh, let's go get this natty. I'm trying to get a finals, gang. Um,
Yeah.
so what's your thoughts on like think of let's bring it to like Miami. I know you watched college football, but you remember Miami had that one player losing his ninth season.
Yeah, they had like a well, I forgot how old he was, maybe like a
Remember 27?
28 year I was going to say 28-year-old tight end or something like that. I mean, it's you can't judge a guy because I mean, COVID year, a lot of people got the COVID year. We're kind of getting out of that now because it is 2026. So a lot of guys don't have a COVID, weren't even in college for a COVID year anymore. But I think the NCAA giving people a year of eligibility back for an injury year is, I think that's a good thing. But I think there's got to be maybe a certain limit, like I don't know what that limit looks like, but like amount of years you can get injured. Like if you've had four career-ending injuries throughout your
So
college career, like come on.
what about Michael Penix with what did he have? Three at Wisconsin before he came to
He had,
Washington,
I believe,
or
two.
was it Wisconsin or
Nah, it was
Nebraska?
No, he was at Indiana. Indiana.
Indy, I would say okay, Indy. I knew it was a red and white school. I couldn't think of which one it was.
Yeah, he was at Indiana before he went to Washington, and then
Of
yeah,
course, you would know.
what?
That's your guy, right?
Yeah, yeah. Come on, bro. Penix is a dog, man. Yeah, natty run. They had a natty run. They should have pulled it off that year, but and he should have
you
won
you
Heisman. But
you supported
yeah,
him through the ACLs.
I didn't really know him back then. I really knew him once he got to
Okay.
Washington, keeping it a buck. But yeah, he yeah should have won Natty and Heisman that year, but came up short. But yeah, I mean a guy like him, that's like two. I think he had two career-ending years, so I think he was like a 6-year college guy. But I think like maybe there should be a limit for like four. Like if you have 8 years of college eligibility, like that's kind of crazy. Like that's beyond a
I think they should
master's.
add a game limit, a 20 game limit, like for certain like for quarterbacks. Hold on, like stay with me now.
Yeah, hold
Like
on.
a corner can play one seat, like red shirt freshman year, red shirt sophomore year, junior year comes up there plays right,
Okay.
lights it up. Now he's a top 10 pick. I like that much more than I like a Joe Burrow story because the quarterbacks, I would much rather my quarterback be, no, oh, no, Joe Burrow played games. He just wasn't different. But like, I would much rather my quarterback have some games played under his belt versus, Anthony Richardson.
Yeah.
Right now today, I'm taking Arch Manning over Anthony Richardson
Oh
in the
my
draft.
gosh, bro. What the? Why are we just attacking him?
No, I'm
Come on.
not attacking him. I'm saying because Arch Manning's already played just as much ball as Anthony Richardson has.
But he hasn't played as much ball in the league.
We've seen.
Come
Stay with
on,
me now.
playing. No,
Stay.
no, no, no. Playing
No,
against Sam Houston is not the same as playing the Houston Texans. All right, you're not seeing your Will Anderson Juniors every week. Playing Sam Houston and UML Monroe, whatever. Like, come on, you just can't compare that.
stay with me now.
No,
Stay with me
no.
now. Anthony Richardson has been trash in the league. I think Arch Manning right now could be trash in the league. So is it that crazy of a comparison?
Yes, yes, it's ridiculous. That come on,
It's not that crazy of a comparison.
come on.
Hold up. So
That's a
speaking of games played and players, Anthony Richardson being trash, and his reason he was trash because he had no games played in college. Let's talk about
yeah,
games played in the NBA. The 65 game rule. There is a number of players right now who are currently not on pace and not going to get the 65 not going to qualify for all NBA teams. They're not going to qualify for uh, awards, and also forgot the not qualifying for all NBA teams also affects your contract. So
yeah,
Anthony Edwards will not be getting what I don't think he'll be getting a super like as much money as he could as on a super max than he would have if he did not get hurt.
yeah,
Uh, that's another player that's not on the list. Cade Cunningham will not be getting an award probably because of his collapsed lung.
yeah.
Luka Doncic, there's a possibility he's not getting an award because of his hamstring. And the thing about him is they're saying they might use a one-time exception of um, because he missed 2 games for his kid being born, and so he right now he's 64 games.
Oh, I was just about to say he didn't hit the 65. Thought he was right there, but
Nah, yeah.
64. Yeah. Wow. It
Uh,
sucks.
right now, this season, Anthony Edwards is averaging 29, 5 and 4 on the shooting splits 49, 39, well 49, 40, and 80. It's almost a 50, 40, 80 season
Yeah. That's,
from a what from a
That's
24-year-old,
yeah, that's really good.
and he's not going to get all NBA because he's missed games. And so, do you think that they should just straight up abolish rule, or do you think they should modify it and say 60 games? Like, what's your thoughts on the whole thing?
I like the modification. Yeah. So first off, I like the rule. I think modification is what we need, because I do think like, and I hate to pick on one guy, but I don't think a Joel Embiid who's played in 30 games should still be, all NBA or something like that. So I
Uh,
do like the
who'd
game
you who'd
rule.
you say? My fault.
Joel
It lagged
Embiid.
for me. Well, I think he had 65 when he won it though. When he won the MVP.
I will. I'm just saying, like, I'm just using him as an example of a guy who's just always down and out. But I think, yeah, modification is what this rule needs. I think 55 to 60 is a good range. I think that is a very, very doable range for players who still want to win awards. I just think anywhere in that 55 to 60, I'm probably leaning more towards 60 just because, I mean, that's 22 games that you can miss. That's a lot of games, you know? That's
65.
no 60, 60. Sorry. I'm saying
60 is
50.
22. 65 is 17. So it's like trying to do the percentages.
Like, yeah, if you play in 60 games, you've been at your job like 78, 80% of the time, which I think is very doable. Um, for you to get an award at your job, technically. Um, so I think anywhere in that 55 to 60 game range would be a good modification for the rule.
55 just seems too low for me. I think
Yeah,
60 I think 60 right there would be like that's 60 would be like a really good sweet spot
yeah,
because it would, also load management would be a lot better with like right now cuz currently right now like if you look at it what's his name, Tyrese Halliburton, that's 65 game rule. That's the 65 game rule. That's what it did to him
yeah,
because
um,
he played through at the end of the regular season because he was trying to get his contract incentives,
yeah,
and so that led to finally in June his Achilles saying no mas,
yeah. He had to
no
play.
mas.
I remember he spoke about that on the Mind the Game podcast with LeBron. How that rule had affected him.
King
Um,
James.
Shout out to those guys. Shout out to King James, Steve Nash on the Mind the Game podcast. Love you.
Yeah, I
But
love JJ more.
yeah, it sucks JJ can't be a host on there no more. He got a coaching job off it though, you know. But yeah, Tyrese had spoke about, yeah, how that rule had really affected him because he like had to play in those extra games just to get a super max, you know. Without that, he's making like who knows how much less. The numbers are ridiculous though. It's like what, like a $50 million difference or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
It's a ridiculous number. So I think 65 game rule should be reduced, modified to 60. I think 60 is a really good number to have it at.
Yeah, that's the thing. And y'all heard it here first. We modified that rule.
Hey,
Inside the Loud, MK&Rod, we modified that rule. No one else, Stephen A. could never. He don't have this level of analysis.
you don't have this type
But
of power in the league. Come on
what you
now.
mean power?
You don't got no power, man. Like, we in talks with Adam Silver. Like, we gonna get it changed. We gonna get it changed.
Oh yeah, Adam Silver. I made sure Adam Silver didn't have to check in when he got to Tampa no more. I made sure I let him know
I'm already knowing. Yo,
key
soon
to the
as
city.
yeah, as soon as his plane touched down, like he made sure to check in with me. As a matter of fact, he called me before his plane left. He already knew what it was. That's just how we roll here at Inside the Lot, though.
Yeah, we're and the reason we call it inside a lot because we're inside. We know what we're talking about. We know the right guys. We know the right calls. But and we're not crazy or losing our mind like Gino. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not saying his name.
Yeah, over here on Inside the Lot, we don't argue with women, like Gino did. getting in their face, especially black women. We love you, black queens. Like that white man did on national television, trying to put a sister down. We don't endorse that at all. We actually condemn that, and shame on him for doing such a thing. Uh, for those that are listening, watching, who don't know what we're talking about, we can go ahead and get that pulled up
Let
here
me
on
put
the
it.
screen for
Let me
you
get that for
guys.
you. Sorry
Yeah.
about that. Uh,
So here we
would
go.
you? Do you know how to pronounce Gino last name?
Nope. Could
Oh,
care less.
gotta mute it.
Yep. Copyrighted reasons.
Okay.
But you
Fuck out my
guys.
face. Oh, you keep playing with me. You keep playing with me. You don't do that. You don't do that. That's what you do. You gonna act right, but then Gino go act. Gino's sweet because Gino's sweet. He gonna act like he don't know what she's saying now.
Yep. Head down. Just take your loss, man.
Then there's this one. Uh oh, is right here. I will beat Gino ass. That's the right there. Oh,
Yep.
but
So yeah, shame on that white man for trying to put a sister down right there. we uh we definitely do not condone that here at Inside the Lot.
okay. In that situation, are you swinging? If you're Don Staley and he after the game instead of shaking my hand, he gets her in her face.
Nah, you can't. What she did, well, you got to keep your composure, cause I mean you got a natty to go playing. Now they did get mollywopped
Okay,
in that natty, but
okay,
yes, you do have to
okay.
keep your composure. You know, move with grace, cause you know what I'm saying. If she would have acted out, they would have been on her. Oh, typical, you know. So you can't
Angry
do that.
black woman.
Yeah,
you know,
typical of her kind. Like, yeah, you can't act out. So
stupid.
you gotta keep your composure, keep it classy, for the people that you belong where you're at. You know. What about you in that situation? What you doing?
Okay, I forgot about the natty part, but I was thinking a crash out would be inspiring to the team.
Mm, it
It's like
would.
if she was like she like start cussing him out, blah 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 blah. You ain't nothing worth nothing, blah 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 blah, and then go like
Full on swing.
full like full on graze the chin and rock him a little bit.
Okay, I see the
Not
vision.
clean, you might drop him, but glaze him a little bit on the chin. I mean, just graze on the chin a little bit. He gonna go, what the fuck? And then and then you're like, and your team's gonna be like, oh, coach hard. I mean, I gotta start reading. I gotta start boxing out harder. I gotta start. I gotta start fouling harder. It's gonna start a whole new play. Like everyone's gonna start playing harder, and it's gonna, it lead to more and more winning and more success in the South Carolina locker room. But the missing the game, totally silly goose. Totally didn't even think about that part.
Yeah,
Um,
I was gonna say.
like,
Yeah,
but still
grazing the chin.
missing the game still uh, inspires the team.
Yeah.
But like you said, that national championship, terrible,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
terrible.
That's not something you
I
want to put
didn't
on
know it
tape.
was that bad.
Yeah, UCLA gave them belt by like what 30? I think it was like
Yeah,
by
let me
30.
pull up the score real quick. It was 79-51. That's what, 80-50. If we add
Yeah,
one, if we add the one and subtract the one from the 50,
yeah, they
that's
gave them
80
about
to
by 30.
50.
Yeah. Mhm.
Gang, we midway through the third quarter. I turned the game on, like, or not turning the game. I came back to the game. It was 20. They had I gotta keep. They had 28 points in the middle of the third quarter.
Yep.
I'm watching South Carolina. I'm like, these girls is going out sad. Not rooting for South Carolina.
Yeah.
And sorry, I've been dominating this conversation. Speaking of going out sad, let's talk about the Chicago Sky.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Chicago Sky. This might be one of the worst trades in WNBA history. I don't know too much of WNBA history, but this is an awful trade. Angel Reese has been traded to Atlanta Fever for a 2027 first round pick and a 2028 first round pick.
Uh,
And the thing is, they said that they shopped her. They talked to 11 teams.
hmm.
And what were in what world do you shop Angel Reese and not get a player back?
Yeah,
Like
right about that.
if this whole thing proves that they were the relationship behind the scenes was so so broken, right? Oh so broken that he didn't negotiate with anyone else. Similar to the Nico and Luca trade, similar to that, he didn't negotiate anyone else, and so he was just like, "Let's just get off of her. We really don't want her. Let's just get off of this contract. Let's just get off her." And the thing that makes it so bad, the picks is 27, 28. So it's the Dreams picks, right?
Yeah,
The Dream made the playoffs last year, and I think they won two series and got to the conference finals. Um, hmm, maybe I'm tripping. So they don't lose any players, and you go add a superstar, transformative talent to the team, right? You with me, right?
yeah. I'm right with you. Deep playoff run, and y'all just added a superstar.
And lost nobody.
Yeah,
And you added a superstar on a pre expansion or pre CBA contract. So injuries can be making like $70,000 on this team, while her teammates will be making what 600K.
yeah,
And so they're gonna go sign all these new players in free agency, and they're probably going to be a top four, meaning they're going to be in the Eastern Conference Finals damn near every year. So that also means that the picks that the Chicago Sky got, right, will be late picks in each round. So in an expanding league. So it used to be 12 teams, and I think they're moving what 16.
yeah.
And so instead of the picks being like, say they're at the top of the league, the picks could be 9 through 12. Now the picks could be 12 through 16. So like you're
Yeah.
like how bad? Okay? What is something that could deteriorate the relationship so much behind the scenes that you would trade your best player for nothing? What would happen for you?
Oh, it would
I
have.
I, I might have to add a caveat though, because predator or like in that
Uh,
circumstance, of course, but like
okay.
non-criminal.
Okay.
No, no,
Yeah.
because that goes without saying though. That goes without saying. Like Josh Giggity, if he was a top player on the
Giggity.
Thunder, and
Wow.
they came out and said he was one of the best players, yeah, buddy.
Um. Yeah. So with Angel here, I mean, I really wouldn't know. I mean, it would have to be something in practice, right? Like she'd have to be talking crazy to teammates, talking bad about teammates behind their back, and it got leaked to the higher ups or something like that. I mean, I can't think of anything heinous that she would do that would make you trade her away. Like it's not like Luca. Their reasoning was he was fat, right?
He's a chud and didn't play defense.
Yeah, like Angel, maybe I don't know. They might say the field goal like percentage or something, or like the shots she takes. Like I really don't know what they're gonna reason this for. It doesn't make sense to me.
And that's one of the weird things about the WNBA that I've noticed. Because I always try to, good splits. I try to keep the good splits in the NBA and the WNBA, but it's
Yeah.
two different sets. It's two different games, so the good splits have different meanings. Like if you go back to like back when Jerry West was playing, making like 45% of your shots was elite splits because they
Yeah.
I was just like there's that as well. Um, Okay, you said talking to her teammates. I think she might have got under the front office skin, and they're just insecure little, man children, and they're like,
Mm,
"Yeah, we gotta send her off. We gotta send her off
mm,
to Atlanta of
yeah. Maybe.
all places."
Yeah. Maybe the off the court. I don't know the off the court. ventures into different businesses, stuff like that. Maybe all the off court stuff. Since she's such a big force off the court, maybe that was just too much for them to deal with. You know how these older people are in the
Chicago.
upperness. You never know. I don't know. I don't know,
Gang,
man.
it's Chicago. It's one of the biggest and best cities in this country.
Who knows? Who knows what who's thinking anymore?
Yeah. And you talking about who knows what who's thinking? I think this is a perfect time to wrap it up here.
Uh, I mean, yeah, a little bit of a not a little bit, a lot of
That
bit
was a shorter episode.
of a
It's
shorter
gang. It's
episode.
March Madness is over. Players are sitting right now before the playoffs.
Yeah,
WNBA free agency is about to start in a week. We're in a lull. We're not going to talk about the opening week of baseball. Paul Skeen said that he would. Paul Skeen said that it would take him 4 pitches to strike out Babe Ruth on a podcast with Mookie Betts. I don't know if you've seen that clip,
no,
but
I don't see nothing baseball unless it's the Dominican Republic team playing like Japan or
bacon,
America.
egg, and cheese,
I'm not seeing
cheese.
nothing like. How you know I Dominican Poppy? Yeah, that's all I see about baseball. That's the only thing I see. So definitely shorter episode. We're not just gonna drag out episodes. That's not what we want to do here. We just want to talk about what we want to talk about. So I mean, we hit everything that we wanted to talk about today. So I mean, we pretty
It's
much
super
yeah.
basketball pod today as well. Super duper basketball.
Oh yes, most definitely. I mean,
If y'all like all ball, we're not switching to all ball. But if you like all ball, just say it. Just let us know.
yeah, yeah. We got our main topics that we got. We take a look at and we let y'all know about them. Let us know what y'all think about what we talked about today, and go check out any of our other episodes that we have out. But that's it for us here at Inside the Lot. So thank y'all for watching episode 4.
Yep. I have been Rodney.
It's MK. So thank y'all.
Bye
Toodles.
bye.